Hi y'all. Okay, so we had to start over. I'm so sorry. Can y'all hear me now? I'm about to call Terrain up again. Let's see. Hopefully y'all can hear. Oh, that might be too loud. Hold on, turn that down. Okay. That's because I'm on my phone. I'm clear. Hello?
Oh, hello?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Can y'all hear him? Say something.
Yo, yo, yo.
Okay, can y'all hear Terrain? Okay, they can hear you. Okay, so I'm going to go back over the question that they asked on the other video. So let me back up.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, so you want to make someone asked about if someone was backing out of a friends with benefit situation. Uh-oh, I'm hearing some noise.
Oh, man.
What's that?
Hello?
Yeah, okay. So if somebody backed out of a friends with benefit situation, what happens? Uh-oh. I gotta call him back, y'all. He's having technical difficulties. Oh, one more time. Okay, so anyway, I will talk about it since he keeps getting disconnected. So this is a magazine app you guys can download. This is Terrain, Dark Lordism, Occult magazine. This is his magazine. Him and the Dark Lady Yakime. And their November edition is going to be on sex magic. And he's here to answer some questions and tell you guys about the magazine. Hello? Maybe not. Maybe he's getting to a better location where he can talk. I don't know. Can you hear me? Okay, can't hear. Gonna call back. So you can download this app on Android. And then on Thursday, I believe you can get the magazine app on Apple if you have an iPhone. So, yeah. Do y'all have any questions? Is he at the mall? I don't know. He might be. I gotta see. Trying to shop and do this at the same time. What you doing? Thank you. Hello? Anyway, so we're not getting him back for some reason. I don't know. Maybe the internet disconnected where he is. I'll let him call me. Okay, so I'll just talk until he comes back. He says give him 30 seconds. Okay, so a lot of you guys always asking me about how to keep your partner faithful. That's going to be in the magazine. Like he was saying before, in order to keep a partner faithful, you have to be the best in bed sexually that he or she has ever had. That way they can't really replace you, you know, and they'll always be thinking about you when they're with someone else. And he's also talking about looks as well as, you know, hygiene and how you smell. I don't know. So maybe they discuss that because the magazine is also co-written with his partner Yakime. And she also has her point of view, and then it's the male's point of view. So you're going to get both point of views, okay? He's telling me to call right now, so I'm getting ready to call. So do y'all have any questions? Because I'll read them to him. Oh my God, that's loud. Okay. Thank you. Still no answer. Get somewhere, answer. Still no answer. Oh, well, this was not good. So, yes. Okay. I can hear you. We're back. But okay, we're back.
All right. All my bars are up.
All right. Okay. So, do y'all have a question? He's back. I had someone tell me once that he knew when I was active with someone else. How does that work? Which was very accurate. Okay, so a guy knows when someone has been with somebody else. How do they know?
Well, guy and the women know.
Uh-oh.
Kick energy, you know, the empathic energy. And sex is dealt with DNA and energy exchange. You know what I'm saying? Like the minute you touch someone, you're swapping DNA.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You do it long enough, you start looking like each other. Swap people who've been together long enough start looking like each other.
Right.
So with that said, because DNA is intelligent and it has memory and things like that, the minute there's a shift in the DNA, your psychic sensors and indicators are going to go off. This is why every woman knows when they're being cheated on. They can feel it. Because there's an automatic shift in the DNA. The program has been changed. All right. This is why people who are too promiscuous are kind of all over the place in their lives, because there's just too much going on with their DNA. It's too much going on. It's just that everything is everywhere. And then, you know, then confusion sets in. And believe it or not, you know, if you sleep with people and they don't know about it, or it's too many people and it's just all over the place, that's where a lot of disease comes from, because of molecular structure. The DNA it gets confused. Then you get cancers and things like that, or disease. So something to think about.
Yeah, true.
Word.
So do you have any questions about Sex Magik and the magazine itself? It's an online app that you can download. Okay.
That's right.
What if no one can please you sexually but yourself? How to change that?
Well, this is why that magazine is important, or the November issue is important, because Tantra sexology, Taoist sexology, or tantric practices all over the world deal with people from the lowest of sexual energy to the highest, the most potent sexual energies, and you being pleased. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, there's ways to teach your mate how to enhance his sexual energy or his technique so that he can please you. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa. There's techniques on how to fulfill yourself regardless of what level you want. So, you know, this is where sexology comes in. You know what I'm saying? Learning the art itself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
True. That's true.
Gaining new skills.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Okay, someone is asking me, what is the best use of energy that you can get with Sex Magik?
What is the best use of energy that you get with Sex Magik?
Yes.
Okay, so the best way to utilize the energy is to manifest, period. All right? When you're using sex to reproduce, you're manifesting. You know what I'm saying? You're manifesting entire human beings.
Right.
When you're not doing that, the second best thing is to visualize your goals. All right? Most of the time it should be something with money, because sex and money has a really strange connection. And visualize, focus, make sure you and your mate are on that same focus, and all of that orgasmic energy and good feeling, throw it into that thought. That's the best way to utilize all of that energy.
That is so true. That is, if you want to manifest, you can use sex energy.
Use all of that good feeling energy. Don't waste it on.
Yeah, don't waste it. Don't waste it on nothing. Yeah.
All right, yeah, it feels good. Okay,
get
but
nothing.
Right, what
get
am
it
I going to
nothing.
do with this energy? You gonna just throw it away?
Right. It's just going. Somebody else gonna get it. Okay, so why do I always lose interest in someone after I've had sex with them? I become paranoid about them, and I think they're dirty or may have STDs. Am I too paranoid? That was a question.
Well, Well, shit. A lot of people have them things. Those STDs. That's one. Two, what are y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Are y'all having what we call regular sex? That's what I call it. You know what I'm saying? Something where you just go inside of each other, bust a nut, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, did y'all really build the energy up? Like, how was the foreplay? Like, what's your techniques? You know what I'm saying? Like, was it an experience or was it an act? You know what I'm saying? And if it was an experience, I can guarantee you that's not how you will feel. It's not how you feel.
Right. I'll add to it. If your partner is not invested in you and you are not invested in your partner in more ways than sexually, then there is no reason to call them back. you
right.
know?
You know what I'm saying? So you're going to feel like that.
Right. So when you're releasing your spell or your manifestation as you orgasm, do you need to say the words out loud or just think them? That was a question someone asked.
That's a very good question. If you notice anything with sexual energy, you don't really need to do much speaking. It's an energy that is telepathic. It's already there.
Right.
So a lot of this is on thought energy, thought power. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Thought is stronger and more powerful than your vocal words, especially if you just speak in English.
Right.
So you don't need to say shit.
Okay.
So don't. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you don't have to say nothing. Just think it. That's all. I have never trusted anyone enough to have sex with them. I always have thoughts of them betraying or abandoning me afterwards or not telling me about STDs. Sometimes it's not for you. Sometimes it's not about that. Sometimes it's just for fun. Sometimes it's to connect. And you can't trust anybody. The bad news.
This is why this magazine edition is going to be really good, because we discuss the different uses of sex all over the world. So sometimes it ain't about you. Sometimes there's an emotion or a feeling you need to get out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's healing. Sometimes it's to generate money. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not about, this being Prince Charming and y'all gonna get married and live happily ever after.
Mm-mm.
It's an energy that is always used for a lot of different things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay, somebody else is asking, you can use masturbation too, right? Okay. Yeah, I know that. Yes, you can.
What about masturbation?
They said, can you do it through masturbation, just by yourself? If you want to. It's better with two people, right?
I'm going to say this. For guys, hell no. All right? We guys, we waste, when we ejaculate, we waste a lot of energy. It ages us fast. All right? It's a good way to age quickly. You know what I'm saying? It'll make us go bald. We'll lose aspects of our personality. For women, that's different, because women are, the bodies are different. It actually may reverse their aging and regenerate their cells if they know how to push the energy.
Mm-hmm.
And we have that technique in the magazine.
Okay, so all that's in the magazine. Okay, y'all got to get the magazine, to get the good stuff.
For women, they can get away with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
However, the man and the woman together is an irreplaceable energy. All right? Nothing can replace that.
Okay.
You need all pieces of the puzzle.
Okay.
It's a much different experience when it comes to manifestation science.
Right. So you can pretty much manifest whatever you're trying to manifest through sex magic, whether it's money, healing, da.
Right.
Okay, I got someone asking about lesbian sex. Is it the same? Two women.
What about two women?
Is it the same? Can you get the same energy as and manifesting. Can you manifest with lesbian sex?
It's definitely not the same, but there are definitely manifestation aspects that two women will get. You know what I'm saying? This is where the ancient covens were all women. You know, this is where they've been successful.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Using that sexual energy. So yes, definitely manifestation energy there. It ain't the same. It's a different degree of energy.
Right.
But yes, you know what I'm saying?
You could
similar.
So yes, similar. Yes. Okay. Okay, so how do I get the energy to refill me after sex? This is a woman asking.
How do I get the energy to
refill? It automatically refills, right?
You have something called Ching that it's like an eternal energy regeneration thing. Men and women have it. The only way women lose or it's drained is through their cycle, their menstrual, and then for men, every time they ejaculate. But it refills automatically, you know what I'm saying? You have an aura. Your aura goes from the base of your spine all up to the top of your head and down to the root, and it keeps going in a circle.
Mm-hmm.
So it regenerates itself.
Right.
That's a good question.
And I know, like, if you study the chakra system, if one of your other chakras is, you know, or that chakra is not working good enough or fast enough or spinning the, you know, how it's supposed to, then you're gonna have some issues. So that's why it's good to be balanced, or to have your chakras and stuff like that right before you can experience many things, like with sex magic.
Right.
Okay, so if you're overworked, tired all the time, you know, that energy is probably not going to be as powerful as someone who's not, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So if you tired and stuff, get your rest first.
That's right.
Okay. Okay. Somebody's asking me about sex with demons. Can you manifest?
Hold on. Say that one more time.
Someone's asking me, can you talk about sex with demons too?
All right. So the adept tantric practitioners, occultists or whatever, what have you, or you know what I'm saying, people even who practice certain African traditions can have sexual experiences with demons, entities, angels, angelic energies, jinn, different entities. Yes, those, you know what I'm saying, those are encounters that can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, if you were talking specifically about demons, one, know what the hell you're doing, because these energies are very aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
They are also very sexual. They're very dark. And it's like, just know what you're getting into.
Okay.
You know, it can be overkill if you don't know how to move. You know what I'm saying? And it can consume you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because of the degree of energy that demons exist in is already extreme and aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta really ask yourself, like, are you ready for that in your life? You know what I'm saying? But it's real. People do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Especially certain occultists. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, people have sex with jinn. Those are another form of spirit energies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can. You know, I don't know if I would recommend that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because people, you know what I'm saying, they ask for stuff they're not ready for.
Right. So, y'all have another question? I'm trying to see. Well, I'll ask one until one comes. So, how much, I'm going to ask you a personal question, because I'm nosy.
Okay.
How much success have you gotten out of sex magic?
how much success have I gotten out of it personally?
Yeah, how many of your manifestations have come true out of sex magic? You don't have to be specific, just like a lot, some,
I'll
all
tell
of
you
them.
this: 90-something%.
90-something
of
percent.
my, yeah, my personal manifestations. Like a lot of my goals are put through with a sex magic ritual. Anybody that has been with me in a relationship will tell you that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I start everything off with that. That's, you know what I'm saying? And the more I've done it, the better I got at manifestation through sex magic.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Good question. I like that question.
Okay, someone just joined, and I'm going to tell them how to get the magazine. If you have an Android phone, you can download Dark Lordism Occult magazine.
Yeah.
If you have Apple, in 3 days you can download it.
Yeah.
Okay?
So Android people, just type in Dark Lordism magazine, or just type in Dark Lordism in the app in the Android store, and you'll see. That's the only thing that'll pop up. It'll say Dark Lordism magazine.
And every month there's a new topic that's discussed. Is there spells in there?
Yeah.
Spells, technique, information, all that good. Is there artwork and stuff too?
Yep.
So yes,
that's right.
You're gonna get a monthly subscription to the magazine, and you can get all the information out of there. And every month there'll be something different. So November is on sex magic. Okay. They say, are you gonna do a sex magic ritual this month?
I ain't hear the last thing you said. My bad.
Someone asked if you're gonna do a sex ritual this month, a sex magic ritual.
Yo, man, I do them joints every day. You heard? Nah, seriously though, I do them a lot. You know what I'm saying? A few times a week.
Right. Well, a few times a week on his own without no camera. Well, not live anyway. Okay, so anybody have any more questions? Let me scroll back and see if anybody said something else. Somebody's talking about Jesus, but hey.
Somebody talking about Jesus.
You know they always gotta pop up in my live.
Man. Yeah, man. Yo, so I want to say this, man. It's a lot of good information that's going to be in the November edition. The November edition comes out November 10th, but y'all need to subscribe to that joint now. All right? Mm-hmm. And read the older edition we have, but November 10th, the Sex Magic edition comes out. Sexual techniques, tantric techniques, a lot about sex magic, and we have a very good cover on the one and only Pambajira. We will be featuring and covering Pambajira, and we got a new Pambajira Oud coming out, family. A new Pambajira Oud. So this is going to be official.
Right. And I know you just came out with tell them about the Oud y'all just came out with on Halloween.
You said what? The Oud?
The Oud you came out with on Halloween.
The Baron Samedi Oud that I came out with. Still available, family. I had them available in coffins. Baron Samedi Oud, very, very, very powerful. Very strong masculine energy. If you know anything about Baron Samedi also carries a sexual energy as well. So it's definitely a Oud to get, fam.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Just letting y'all know. Okay, so anything else you want to talk about, or anybody else got some more questions? Okay. They want to know if you're an alchemist or a chaos magician.
I am a dark lord. That's a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of everything.
Tell them what you do.
You know, I don't really like to go by titles, you know what I'm saying? I think the closest thing I'll relate myself to is an occultist, you know, but you know, after a certain point, you don't really deal with titles. You just be you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nobody could be you but you. So, yeah.
Okay, do you think about your desired manifestation the whole time during sex or just about when you're about to orgasm?
That's a good question. Build the energy up, right? Get that energy to where it's feeling the best ever.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, if you got to get them there. Once they're there, take a portion of that time to think about what you want, your desire. You know, people gotta start spacing what they're thinking about during sex out. You know, so some people are selfish. They thinking about only what they want, and so they're not even focused on their mate. So it's like you put a percentage of focus energy on different things. Desire, okay, manifestation. All right, now my mate's desires, and if you balance it out properly, you got a good experience. Mm-hmm. Everybody's happy, and every thought is fulfilled.
Right. What if the other person don't know anything about magic and you just doing it with them, and can you still manifest or do they have to be involved?
Well, in a magazine we show you the techniques on getting them in. But if they don't know and you want them to be interested, it's your job to lead by example and turn their ass out. So it's like, okay, somebody can do something with you, and then it's like, how the hell did she do that? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We got things like sexual Reiki where we don't gotta physically touch you, but you could feel me. Things like that. And people are interested in that.
Right.
You know, people want to find out how to make someone how to have an orgasm without touching them. They want to learn that. So if you know it, you let by example, they're going to want to learn what you know. Mm-hmm. And that's how you do it. Gotta lead by example.
Right. So is that in there? How to make someone have a orgasm without touching them?
Well, we have the preliminary techniques to the phase to that. Yes.
Okay. So the intro to that.
Yes.
Okay.
Get that damn magazine, though.
Okay. So hold on. Let me see if there's some more questions. Let me keep going. Let me read some more questions. Okay, so how can you tell what sort of entity you had sex with if you weren't the one to call it forward?
How could you tell what?
The type of entity that you've had sex with, but you didn't call it forward. It just came and gave you some. I don't know.
Ooh, I mean, you gotta be good at. That's a hard question because, like, if you're not versed with calling energies down, then it'd be hard for you to tell anything apart from anything. Mm-hmm. So another thing that we gotta talk about is properly cleansing the space in the area before you engage in sex.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to light that sage. You're saying the dragon's blood, and there are prayers that you say before engaging in sex with someone else. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You don't have sex right in front of your altar. There's things like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a Orisha statue somewhere and you have sex right in front of it. You know, especially with a masculine Orisha.
Okay.
Things like that you got to be aware of.
Right.
But yeah, it's hard sometimes because spirits walk to and fro this plane like people do. Mm-hmm. And if there's an open portal, they might take it.
So can they have a threesome then? Like they walk in?
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? If you look in the Islamic culture, they have jinns and, you know, jinns have threesomes, things like that. Yeah. Yeah, that happens all the time. Or sometimes, I know a lot of you can recount this, probably have sex and a weird energy comes over you. Or your mate, or your mate's eyes changes and dilates. And then now, you don't realize that that's not him no more, or her. Or their voice changed a little bit.
So they come...
Especially some of you who get into that aggressive sex thing, you start channeling demonic energy and not even know it.
That's when it get good, though. Just kidding.
Not saying that energy is completely bad, but people channel their energy all the time without even realizing.
I think they do, especially when you drink. Like if you do something drunk.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, like when we get to the demonic thing, I don't like to speak on it because there's so many different facets of it. For example, Aleister Crowley says that demonic energy is really just factions of your psyche.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Factions of your psyche can have intelligence to it.
Well, if you think about it on the bigger picture, yeah, I mean, but if you're thinking about it on a smaller picture, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like all is one, everything is connected. I'm part of you, you part of me.
So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The word demonic, you know, like when people say that, I stop for a second. I'm like, are you talking from a Christian standpoint or what? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We don't do Christian standpoints over here.
No, because
it's dark Lordism.
Because it's too limited, you know. It's supposed to broaden your mind, not close it, right?
Right.
So that's why they don't really do religion, so to speak, because it's supposed to broaden your mind. So I have seen, I don't know what video it was. It might have been a TV show. This lady and her boyfriend drew some thing on the ground, and they were summoning a demon, and they wanted the demon to have sex. So the demon entered the guy, and you know the guy was uncontrollable.
Mm-hmm.
And a woman was like, that's enough, too much, da da da. And so they had trouble getting rid of it, and they, you know, had promised him something. I don't know, but I always say, if you don't need it, don't do it. Like, you know.
Yeah, well, if you don't need it and you don't know what the hell you're doing, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, like, in the Afro-Brazilian art of Kimbanda, they got the Pombagira and Eshu energy. In a lot of places of the world, these energies are considered demonic. People who are initiated know how to work with these energies, where they can use the sexual energy to where there's no backfire or uncontrollable energy because they're initiated and they know the science.
Right.
People who are just calling on shit, not even knowing how to summon spirits to and how to cast them away properly. Yeah, you can easily get into a situation like that.
Mm-hmm.
So study, you know what I'm saying? Understand where this energy even comes from. And you know what I'm saying? If you properly do anything, you'll be all right.
Right.
If you just jump into shit, especially with magic, you fuck yourself up. Word up.
Word up. Okay, so I have a question. How powerful is a virgin in sex magic?
Man, I mean,
because you know they have these millionaires online buying people's virginity. I'm wondering if they got something else that they're doing with this, like energy wise. You know, a lot of millionaires are into the
about virgins. You know what I'm saying? But I know that I don't think they're powerful in sex magic. They may be powerful when it comes to Taoism, when it comes to that abstaining energy. You know, the power that monks get. And certain high-powered priests, you know, they have a certain power because all that energy is stored a certain way. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if they would have any powerful power when it came to actual sex magic. Now, they got some cheap power there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Whatever floats your boat, I wouldn't do it.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Some people believe that if you're a virgin, the man is gonna be with you forever and want you, and you're like the best thing ever. And then some people say hoes are winning. Which one do you think?
All right.
As far as sex magic.
I'm sorry, you cut out. I'm sorry. Can you repeat that one more time?
Okay, some people say, oh, virgins, you know, they're going to have a husband, stay with them forever. You know, the husband will never stray because that's a sacred thing. But then on the other side, they have like the sacred whore, or you know, they say hoes is winning. So as far as sex magic, what do you think about that?
I strongly disagree with that thing with you're a virgin, you're gonna have a husband forever, and all that. I mean, name 10 people we know that took that route.
I don't know anybody who did that, like except for people in other countries where that's the law, but not here, not here. And even there, they still get cheated on, you know.
That's crazy. It's crazy as hell.
Why do you think? Why do you think that they make those laws like that to where you're only supposed to have one?
Because you got motherfuckers out here that's insecure.
Because they can't compete.
Power that create a whole doctrine so that they can't get cheated on. I don't know. Maybe their penis is small. Okay. That's just the deal.
Yeah, because like adultery is punishable by law and I don't know, even death in some countries.
Right. People make mistakes. People gotta learn. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You might want your mate to step out on you so that they realize it was not worth it any damn way. People gotta open up their minds. You know. And another thing. For my people that practice monogamy, I'm not saying I don't practice it, but I will say this: nobody in the West follows monogamy. All right, everybody's polygamous. You know what I'm saying? The wives are just the second wives are just known as mistresses. You know what I'm saying? So monogamy is powerful. But when you create fake doctrines to make you adhere to it, it don't work.
Right.
People got to learn how to be open and honest, and then, like, monogamy will work for a majority of the population. But a lot of the population is living a lie. You know? And until people can start living by truth and being open with how they feel and things they like and stuff like that, and sexology helps with that, then people will more want to stick with one person. You know, but a lot, you know, the West we practice defective sex. You know, so what that means is anybody you get with, if you don't know Tantra properly, within 2 to 3 years you're gonna get bored of them and you're gonna look elsewhere. And your mate is gonna do that because you don't know how to keep the energy going. It's deeper than just spicing shit up. You know what I'm saying? And in sexology and tantra and things like that, we have techniques to take you deeper for long periods of time where you'll be satisfied with your mate for long periods of time.
Right.
Work.
So, so what do you think about people who are very sexual in nature? What kind of energy do they have, and
like
how can they use stuff? No, like let's just say a woman or a man, and when they walk in the room they're just very sexual in nature, like their personality, their aura, that everybody just want to sleep with them. Like,
yeah,
what kind of energy is that?
This is a fully cultivated human being. This is something everybody wants. Everybody on this planet want that energy. This is a high vibrational planet.
How do you get that energy? Is that in the magazine?
Yep. Sex magic, tantra.
So if you want to be
sexual arts,
if you want to walk into a room and have everybody want you, that's in the magazine.
Yeah, I mean the path to that, the culture, the lifestyle to cultivating that energy is in the magazine.
It's your frequency. It's your frequency, right?
It's your frequency, but you gotta live by that shit. You feel me?
So you gotta learn what's in the magazine and get on that frequency, and that's when it will happen.
That's right. And then you gonna get there. And then you know what I'm saying. You get that Pambajira oud, and everybody gonna be hypnotized by you.
I got it.
You already know.
I think like a lot of celebrities have that. I think.
Yeah, because they're fully cultivated individuals.
Right. So, like, you know, I call it magnetism. You know, a lot of people just have it naturally. It can be just someone you just met. They're not famous at all, but when they walk in the room, every eye, you know, looks at them, every head turns, and they might not be the most attractive thing, but it's just who they are and their energy.
That's who they are.
Mm-hmm.
They're sexy. They're sexual.
Right.
They're not suppressed. You ever seen a suppressed person with magnetism? Hell no.
So you could get a lot of other things out of this type of energy too. Connections, people that, you know, want to work with you, people that want to, you know, go in business with you.
Yeah, because cultivating sexual energy is not about sleeping with everybody.
Getting clients.
You know what I'm saying? If I have a sexual allure about myself, and I have a job interview, right? I smell good. I'm just radiating a sexual energy. I guarantee you 100,000% I'm gonna get that job. All right. And then when I'm at work, and if I have a sales job, if I have that same energy, I guarantee you I'm gonna sell everybody that I encounter. All right. Sex gives you power. All right. This is the energy that kings have fell to. All right. This is the energy that caused wars. All right. So
I agree.
It's all about sex, yo.
And people who you know, those people who suppress it and say I don't need no woman, or you know, or I don't need no man. What do you think?
Can you say that again?
What about those people who say I don't need a woman, I don't need a man, I'm good by myself, blah blah blah. And I haven't had sex in 8 years. What do you say about those people that are practicing chastity?
I mean, I just think perhaps in a past life they went overboard in this energy, or perhaps because they're untrained in what this is about, how deep this can go. They've probably been abused or violated. They don't really know what this energy has. So what do you say to those people?
What do you say to those
women?
Okay,
they don't like sex. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was getting to that, what you were getting ready to say, but what do you say to those people who have been abused, or they don't know how to use it in the right way because they had a bad experience? How do you get out of this mentality?
Try a different approach, you know what I'm saying? Learn it in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Learn what it is, or what it was used for, and, you know, not repeat a similar pattern when it comes to that energy, and you're going to see something way different.
Right.
You know?
Approach it from an educational point of view and a magical point of view?
Yes.
And then the physical is...
That might be taking certain classes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It might not be, you know, with a dude who he want to have sex with you, and he's like, yo, I can show you this. You know what I'm saying? Or learning from a woman, you know what I'm saying? Who learning from a healing, you know what I'm saying? Sex is also a healing energy as well.
Like Whoopi and Suge on The Color Purple?
Say that again?
Nothing. I said like Whoopi and Suge on The Color Purple.
Yep.
That was a joke, but because she was abused all her life, and if y'all seen The Color Purple, Suge Avery said you ain't never had made love because, you know, nobody ever loved you, you know, such and such, you know. So if you approach it from a different perspective and learn about it magically, and, you know, you could open up a whole nother you know, way to manifest and get what you want and have a better frequency.
That's correct.
Okay, so anything else you want to say?
Get that magazine.
Okay, well,
so
let me ask you a question. If you get the magazine, is that edition always going to be available? Like, if you have, as long as you have the app, it's available.
Yes, every edition is going to be available.
Okay, so you have all these different editions. It's kind of like building a library of magic.
Right.
And
It will be available forever. As long as you have that app, you can always go back to it.
okay. So I like that idea.
Yeah.
I love that idea. So congratulations on the app. You know, I think it's going to be very successful. And
Yes.
I can see all that information in there at your fingertips. You know, when you're sitting in a doctor's office and you don't want to read their boring magazine or get on Facebook, you can learn about sex magic, you know, with a touch of a button. And then you can go home and put it on whoever is sitting there waiting and, you know, manifest your dreams and, you know, da-da-da. Because a lot of women ask me, how do I get my man to level up to the next level? Because he, you know, he don't want to do nothing with his life. Get him interested with sex magic, right?
Right.
Let's manifest together. Let's manifest you know, better ideas, higher pay, da-da-da. Let's go get in the bedroom and do this. You know, he gonna be for it.
Correct.
Okay?
That's right. That's right.
So, and you have the techniques in the magazine on how to get other people involved when they're not involved.
We got them techniques. We got those positions. We got the things you need to study. We got the information to where you need to go. What culture, you know, what's the name of what this practice is, things like that.
Okay, somebody just said they got the app.
All right, good, cool.
Okay, so let me ask her what she thinks.
Yeah.
What do you think of the app? You been looking through it? Okay. So that way we get an honest review. So I'm gonna let her respond, but yeah, to me this is like, I want to walk in the room and have everybody look like that at me, and I want to do all of that stuff too, but I might be too old. What about old people?
Mm-hmm.
Does this work for older people?
I mean, yeah. It don't matter how old you are. That's the energy that created this universe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you look at the Big Bang or the explosion that created the physical reality, whatever you want to call it, it's nothing but a big ass continuous orgasm.
Right. You know what? That's what never mind. It's too personal to go into, but that is the realization a lot of people you know, figure out when they into the sex magic stuff. Because,
that's right.
you know, it's like, that's all it is. Like, that's all it is. That's why I made that video, The Law of Gender. Super deep. But I couldn't go into it like I wanted to because they're not ready for all of that. Is that in the magazine?
Yep.
Okay. I couldn't do it because they're not ready. You know, they're not ready. And I also, you know, baby steps. You can't just jump right into the last step and you don't know the first step, right? Okay, so the app is called Dark Lordism Occult Magazine. Sorry, Dark Lordism Occult Magazine. Okay.
No, it's called Dark Lordism Magazine.
Okay, Dark Lordism Magazine. You can get that on Android.
You can get it on
right now.
Yep.
And then Apple in 3 days.
Apple in 3 days. Android, you can get it right now. Just type in Dark Lordism on your Android phone. It should pop right up. And November's edition is going to be powerful.
Right. So you saying a Big Bang was just a big orgasm?
That's all it is. A big ass orgasm, continuous orgasm, and we are all here because of an orgasm. Everything in this reality.
Yeah.
And the universe is expanding, so that orgasm means stop.
So how do you, okay, so in this orgasm, the Big Bang, the universe, what we live in, if we can tap into that energy, we can also create as the universe creates, right?
Right.
Just like dark energy, dark matter, orgasm, you know, all of that stuff combined. Imagine if you used it all together.
Yeah, ain't nothing more powerful than that. People got to realize that.
So, Anything else you want to say? You get ready to go?
No.
You sign it off?
Yeah. Subscribe to Dark Lordism on YouTube.
Okay.
All right, and I gotta go.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Star Goddess.
Bye.
You are the best occultist that ever walked the earth.
Okay, I'll take that. But thank you. So I'm gonna keep going, but I'll see you later.
Okay.
Bye. Okay, y'all. So if y'all have any questions for me, we're gonna wrap it up in the next few minutes. Yes, that is Terrain Hicks. He has the app, the Dark Lordism magazine. He also does the Ood of Royal Bloodline with his partner Yakime, and they do these things together. So there is male and female energy that is involved in both. In both the Ood and the magazine. So I have to agree with him. Sexual energy is very powerful, but a lot of people approach it from the wrong point of view. It's not just about sex, it's about the energy. You know what I'm saying? Because someone asked me earlier how to transmute sexual energy. This is exactly what it's doing, but you also get to experience the sex itself. So you don't have to suppress it or transmute it. You can transmute it into a manifestation as you are orgasming. You know what I'm saying? So you can do by yourself, with a partner, and the magazine will give you the techniques, how to get people involved, and tantra and all that kind of good stuff, all in one app. So if y'all want to subscribe to it, go check it out. So any questions? The Universal Orgasm. Somebody wants me to talk about that. Okay. So if you've ever studied Tantra or discovered it by accident or was with somebody really good and they took you to the stars, literally, you would understand there is no understanding except to experience it, to see what it is. It's almost like when you're engaged in a sexual, activity, and you're in a tantric state, you can actually astral travel, see the universe, become the universe, understand the universe and what it's all for. It's a very simple reason. Like he said, that's when when he said the universe is one big orgasm, I was like, yes, because that's what you feel, that's what you experience, that's what it all goes back to. That's it. Everybody thinks it's so complex, but that is basically all that it is an expanding orgasm. What is an orgasm? It is a frequency, an electrical current, an energy that shot up from your sacral chakra up through here, and it's always energy, never dies. So it is an energy. So that's what it is, and it's an ongoing energy forever, because energy never dies. So everything in the universe is just like that, and that's why if you can tap into the dark energy, into sexual energy, you can pretty much create and manifest as well with it. And now if you use dark energy and sex magic, dark sex magic, oh my gosh, that's a good book title. You can tap into both and get superb results. You know what I'm saying? And just try it, just try it. It can't hurt nothing. It's not waste. Don't waste it, Sometimes, you'll forget and you'll just be in the act and you'll be like, wait a minute, right in the middle. You can stop and say, wait a minute, let me manifest something while I'm at it, And you can be like, it doesn't even matter if it's, just say something you want or think about something you want. Oh, I want to raise. I want these shoes. I want this house. I want this car. Da da da. It doesn't matter. Just whatever you want. The first thing that comes to your mind. Don't sit there and think about it too long if you forget and have to come up with something quick. Just think of something you want, because don't let it slip away. But if you plan it, better, even better, because you're more focused on it. You know, you can light a candle, write a petition, get in the bed, do the thing, and then manifest it even faster. You know what I'm saying? With dark energy in the darkness. And you'll have what you want. Okay? So, let me see. Okay, so, yes. And also, you got to remember, you know, as Terrain was saying earlier in the video, who are you sleeping with? Are they low energy? Are they low vibrational? Do they not want much in life? Are they going to change your DNA to be loser too? So, my best advice is to don't sleep with the loser, because their energy is going to transfer to your energy. That's why you always sleep with people that are making money and where you want to be, instead of sleeping with people that have nothing and not where you want to be, because that's getting into your spiritual DNA, your physical DNA, and you don't want that, okay? And you don't want that DNA in your children either. So if it's too late and you just went for love instead of logic, and you with the loser, you know, stop sleeping with them until they get themselves together. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it should be. Well, you shouldn't be giving away sex to someone who can't get their life together. You know, they don't need to be thinking about sex. They need to be thinking about how to get their life together. And you don't want that to transfer on you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people will say, oh, that's not right. That's not right. Okay, well, then that's probably why your life is messed up, because you're sleeping with broke losers, and that is transferring into your life. You ever seen a woman who got with someone and her life just totally went down the drain because she was messing with the wrong type of guy? Same thing. You ever seen a man get with somebody and his life started getting messed up because he was with the wrong type of woman? That's what happens, and you can't do that. Like, I can safely say that, you know, I try to aim high on purpose so I can land amongst the stars, land in a nice place. You know what I'm saying? So remember, there's spiritual reasons for wanting the best as well. Okay? Spiritual reasons. You know, it's not about being politically correct. Not about love, because it's about energy. Okay? Love is an emotion, which is, can change. And most of the time, love between men and women is conditional. So try to base it on something else as well as love, you know. Okay. Okay. So if y'all want to know more about Sex Magik, that magazine, online magazine, or the app you can order on Android today, in 3 days Apple will give you all that information. And y'all should go check it out. It's probably going to give you more than I can give you. I'll tell you that, because it's written out and you'll have it all the time. Is sexual magnetism a form of vampirism? How do I transmute sexual attention for manifestation? Oh, yes, of course it is a form of taking energy, because people are automatically giving you their attention, which is energy. So you can take it within you, store it, and then use it as you choose. You know, you can wear crystals and stones to absorb it as well, and then use them later. But that magnetism, like when you walk in a room and things like that, that's probably what most people want. You know, they want that. And I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen someone walk in a room and just everybody was just like, dang, that's it. Everybody turns to them, like, no matter who they're with. And you know, a lot of women will get mad at their man or their mate for looking at other women, but that woman has that magnetism, that sexual energy that their mate just don't have. And you know, it's a shame, but they're gonna turn. That's just it. They got to. And be careful, like, if you're one of those type of women or men and you get with a jealous partner, it's not gonna work out. energy in motion. Aren't emotions energy in motion? Well, energy is always changing. It doesn't stay the same. So love will never stay the same. It will always change, and it will always become something else. You know what I'm saying? Because you might have loved someone last year, and this year you hate them. You know? So it's never something permanent. It's a always moving, evolving, turning into something else. Okay. Yes. So, my discussion about, you know, that sexual magnetism that everybody wants. I think a lot of people forget that it takes more than just, you know, magic to achieve things. You got to be physically, mentally, and spiritually on that same frequency, you know. Okay, well, if anyone has any questions, or if y'all want to talk about something else in the last 5 minutes, let me know. Having sex with someone you're working a spell on to gain trust and get into their energy field. Will I leave there with their energy? Gain trust. Do y'all live in the real world? I will say that you can never 100% trust anybody, and nobody will ever 100% trust you. You just have to, you know, work with what you got. The trust that you got, that's what you got to work with, you know. The best way to earn trust is not really trust. The best way to earn something is to be influential, okay? That is a key. Like, everybody's so worried about trust. It's not about trust. It's about your influence on people. You know, do they look up to you? Do they think that your ideas are good? Da, 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 da. It's about, are you a leader or are you a follower? It's not, do you trust me or you don't trust me? You're going to gravitate towards anybody that you admire, look up to, and submit to. So then that leads to them thinking they trust you or they can trust you, because no one's 100% trustworthy. Okay, so if you don't have influence over somebody, if they don't value your opinion or you, then they're never going to have, you're never going to have the type of trust that you want. Okay, so that is mental alchemy. Okay, mental alchemy. You keep people trying to work on trust, and it's not even something that's real. It's all about influence. Okay. I was super attracted, but now I'm programming and close to my associate, I'm attracted to her anymore. I was super attracted to a Latina woman who has a super nice ass. But now that I'm taking programming and I'm close to my associate's degree, I'm not attracted to her anymore. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. What are you supposed to mean? I mean, what's that supposed to mean? Like, why aren't you attracted to her anymore? I don't know. Maybe because, I don't know. You have a short attention span? I don't know. I don't know. Can Scorpios be in one relationship? I'm gonna tell y'all, this more for my other channel, y'all, this relationship stuff. If you're trying to date someone young, especially a guy, don't do it. Don't think that y'all are gonna be monogamous in this marriage at 21 years old, because they're still trying to figure out life and what they like and what they don't like, and they're trying to have fun. If you're, 40 and up, yeah, these are good questions. If you're 35 and up, yeah, good questions. If you're 30 and up, yeah, good questions. But if y'all are just starting out, just let them play, let them have fun. Because if you don't let them get it out of their system now, by the time they get old, they're still gonna want to do the same stuff. So don't try to tie down young men. It doesn't work. You can't tie down a young man. You just can't do it. And if you try to, you'll be disappointed every time. How do you feel about yoni eggs and sex magic? I believe that some people like them. I don't have one, but I've heard good things about them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, nobody wants to be tied down in their 20s unless they're like getting ready to get married to somebody that's gonna, you know, change their entire life, like for the better. You know, otherwise they want to have fun and explore, because when you get old, you want to have those memories. You know, you don't want to sit there and say, well, I wished I could have, would have, should have dated this type of person, and now I'm married and I can't ever have that experience, you know. I think having those experiences is what let you know what you really want and who you really want to marry, you know. Because you might be attracted to a certain type of woman, and then you date her and you're like, oh, hell no, there's no way I'm going to marry that type of woman, you know. And so, but that's who you date, but that's not who you would marry. You know, a lot of guys and women do this. They will they will date certain type of women, but they won't marry that type of woman. So, you know, it's not that they don't like the type of woman they married, that they don't trust her. They don't trust the type of woman they date because of how they think and how they got her. And the type of woman that they cheat on their wives with is not going to be the same type of woman as their wife is, you know. And like Terrain said, you know, in the Western side of the world, people practice polygamy. They just call them mistresses. And it's true. So, you know, the best way to keep your partner is to be the best thing that they can get, basically. You know, binding spells and all that good stuff, yes, that will help you keep them in line. But remember, the less options they have, the better off you are with your partner. Okay. So, understand. Do you listen to his last video on D-Wave? That's some deep. Okay, no, I didn't. Okay. Someone is advertising for a tantra partner. Okay. So how does working with ancestors different from working with deities? Ancestors are in your DNA bloodline, and deities are spiritual and most likely not in your DNA bloodline. You know, you honor them. Okay, I'm back. Things when you're young, it's gonna be harder to be faithful when you're older. That's just my opinion. So that's why I'm saying experience a lot of things when you're young, so that when you get older, monogamy seems like a good idea, you know. Because you have people trying to trap people in relationships at a young age, trying to trap them before they really want to be in a relationship, and pressure them into being in a relationship before they're really ready, and then you be mad when they cheat on you. You got to let them come to, or, you know, you have to know that they're of the age that they can make good decisions and, you know, things like that. Okay. Well, I don't know if it's going to work or not. Is it working now? Okay. So, yeah. Okay. Thank you. And you need to always, you always need to be improving in whatever you do. Like anything that you do, you should always be trying to improve upon it. Life is about becoming your best self. Yeah, becoming the best version of yourself. If you're not trying to improve on a daily basis, you should start trying, you know, no matter what it is. If you're not improving on a daily basis on something about yourself, you should be. And that will help you get to the next level of something somehow, you know. I always tell people this, because you have people that do the same thing every day and they don't try to improve on anything, and they feel, I'm stuck. Yes, I know you're stuck because you're not trying to improve yourself or your life. That's why you feel stuck. You should always do something to improve your life or yourself every day. Okay. Thank you, Special K. Special K says I look very nice today. Anyway, a lot of people have been programmed to think certain things and react a certain way and to certain things like monogamy, or oh, you got cheated on, or oh, this and that, you know, my life is over because somebody else slept with somebody else. You know, people commit suicide because someone slept with somebody else. Does that make sense? You know, it's crazy because you've invested so much into someone and you forgot about yourself, and you forgot that it's just an energy exchange, and you forgot that, you know, what it is on a physical level. And people are just so obsessed, so crazy, going mentally ill, insane, being depressed over somebody having sex with another person. You know, sexual energy is very strong because it can mentally dominate you, okay? Which is why Terrain was saying earlier that it's the stuff that causes wars and run the world. Because people use it to their advantage to get what they want. Now, if you're using it to be a victim, then it's still powerful as well. So if you're going to be a victim with it, you're going to be a victim, and that, you know, it's going to take you a lot longer, and it's going to be harder to get out of that mentality, you know. So, for example, you know how some people, oh, he cheated on me, I'm devastated, I don't know what to do, I'm going to kill myself, oh, I'm going to shoot you, and, you know, wind up in prison and stabbing somebody 20 times because it's a crime of passion. It's temporary insanity. You know, if you step back and think about it on a logical level, you're going to be like, okay, so he was attracted to someone else and slept with someone else. Okay. Let me put yourself in their position. Now, if I ran into somebody that I was sexually attracted to, and one thing led to another, and I slipped up and I had sex, you know, and how would I feel if my partner of, you know, 5 years or 2 years abandoned me and killed themselves and da-da? Okay, that I would just say that they were stupid. Okay, because you could go out and do the same thing, right? You can go out and get you a partner too and do something, and then sometimes that's all it takes to be like, okay, well, that's it, that's all it was. It's, you know, we have so much more than that, da da da. A lot of people will take back cheating partners, but it's different with men. Now, a woman will take back a cheating partner like this. You know, they might be sad about it, but they'll take them back. But a man, it's harder for a man to take back a woman who's cheated on them. Why? Because they understand how the body works. You know, if you're having sex with a man and, you know, he's just imagining, like, a man has to enter your body. A man has to leave something behind if he does or if he doesn't, you know, unless he wears a condom. And it's just an invasion of their privacy or their property. So that's how they feel about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the ultimate betrayal. But when they cheat on you, they expect you to forgive them because, oh, I'm just a man and I have, you know, urges of them. Da, da, da. But the whole point is, you know, I talk about this on my other channel. If you know that, you know, you could do something and it will make you feel better about a situation that you had to accept, then do it, but don't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? If your man cheated on you and you can't get over it, and the only way you think you can get over it is to sleep with someone else, then just do it and don't tell anybody. You know, and, you know, that's why a lot of women end up forgiving their man, because they just go out and do it too, and they just don't tell anybody. And they're like, oh, I forgive you. But really what they did was they went out and did the same thing and say, oh, okay. man will never know. They were like, oh, she forgave me. You know, well, I'm gonna forgive you again if you mess up again. When the key word, the code word forgive means cheat. I'm gonna cheat on you again. So yeah. So guys, if your woman ever took you back after you cheated, she probably cheated too, and you just don't know. That's all you know. And you'll never believe it until the words come out of her mouth. You will never believe, a man will never believe you cheated on them until you tell them or they have proof. So you can just keep denying it, and they won't ever. You just don't tell them though. Deny, 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 deny. Why? Because they will never believe it unless you tell them or they have proof. Okay. Someone says, what do you know about succubus? Can you work with them? If you don't know anything about succubus, you shouldn't be trying to work with them. Okay? You should be the expert before you try to work with anything. Like, seriously. So if you want to work with it, go learn about it. Are there feet deities at all? Feet deities. Is there a foot fetish person in here? Oh my gosh. I'm barefoot too. Ooh. Ashira, stop telling these ladies how to cheat. They know how to cheat already. They've been cheating since the beginning of time. What are you talking about? I'm just telling them how it is. Show us your feet. Ooh. Yeah, so men will get away with it, women will get away with it. We just deal with it differently. That's all. Oh my God, I gotta go. So, if y'all are just tuning in, there is an app on the Android called Dark Lordism magazine. November's issue is about sex magic. And it's not my magazine. It is Terrain Hicks and Yakime's magazine that they put out. And I just had him on earlier in a little interview that if y'all are just tuning in, y'all probably missed it. But each month they're going to have a different issue. This month was sex magic, and he had to go, so I just continued to answer questions and stuff. Okay. Women get on my nerves. I don't hate women, but y'all make me sick. Well, you know, I think men and women make each other sick. Because the true answer to that is because a lot of things are off balance, and you know, people have been programmed to think certain ways and do certain things. So as natural human beings, we're going against our true nature. You know what I mean? So that's why it's a struggle. You know, if your true nature is something that you've been programmed not to do, you're always going to have a challenge. So perhaps, you know, you weren't ready to settle down. If you cheated on your woman, and if your woman caught you, she wasn't ready to forgive you, but she didn't have no choice, so she had to ease the pain by sleeping with someone else. I mean, would you rather get stabbed 20 times in your sleep or have your woman cheat? You pick. Which one? What's it gonna be? So, you know, that's how I feel. Okay, so I gotta go, but good luck to everyone. Please get the magazine. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. I need to go get it because I don't even have it. I gotta go download it right after this. I gotta wait because I got Apple. Well, I couldn't get it. I got Apple, so I gotta wait. But when I get it, I'm gonna tell y'all, oh my gosh, the best magazine ever. Okay? It's a magical magazine. It has spell work, and every month it's going to be a different topic. So if you subscribe, every month you get a new magazine that's going to stay there forever in your archive. So it's kind of like having a magical library in magazine form. Okay? Yeah. All right. Well, I'll see y'all later. Bye. And if you're new, please subscribe to my channel. If y'all want my relationship channel, where I'm, you know, it's not very spiritual at all. It's about straight up, you know, getting what you want as a woman. Shira 7. And I have the bangs. Like, if you see the picture, I have bangs. You know, the wig with the bangs. Because that's not my real bangs. But if y'all want that relationship channel, I know a lot of guys subscribe to it to get tips. And a lot of women subscribe to it so they can change their lives for the better as far as dating. So if y'all want to go check that out, y'all might not view me the same afterwards because it's not, you know, it's not spiritual. But if you're having problems in your relationship, sometimes it's just common sense. And sometimes it's just how you handle a situation that can get you back on track. You know what I'm saying? The app is Dark Lordism Magazine. It is on Android. In 3 days, it will be on Apple. So if you have an iPhone, you got to wait till Thursday. So put it down in your reminder in your phone to bling, ding, ding, ding. Go download the app if you have Apple on Thursday. It will be available. Dark Lordism Magazine. I think it's, I don't know if it's 2 words or 1. So just, it'll come up. That's the only one that's named that. So you'll be good. All right. I'll see y'all later. Bye.